Hello, my name is Skip, and this is From the Fourth Row review of Expendables 3. Now, I'm just going to say right off the bat that Expendables 1 and 2 were not that good of films, and I did not like either one of them. Where Expendables 3 happens, we have a different kind. I mean, it's a lot of the same, but there was a lot more to this movie that I liked than that I didn't like in the other two movies. So we start off with a train heist. We don't know what they're going to be heisting from this train. There's Barney Ross, played by Sylvester Stallone. The whole crew that he left off with, Terry Crews and Dolph Lundgren, end up meeting up later on, but it's basically Jason Statham and Randy Couture and Barney Ross. They're doing a rescue mission of Wesley Snipes. There's a couple jokes about Wesley Snipes' predicament that he got himself into while he was in jail in his personal life. And then we get into the whole story of what the main plot of the movie is. And some people may say there's not really a plot. But I I think there is a plot, and these guys are kind of mercenaries, and they fight, and you don't need a real in-depth story because you know what you're going to get with these guys. You know you're going to get a lot of people shooting at a lot of other people, and a lot of people dying, and a lot of people not being able to get shot, and a lot of people getting shot. Mostly the bad guys are the ones that get shot, and that's how these kinds of movies, if you go back and see whether it be Indiana Jones or the Rambo series or any of these franchises back in history, the bad guys are always the ones that get shot, and the good guys are always the ones that don't get shot. So people that want to make a big thing, the guys, they can't aim or whatever, come on now. We know this is a movie. This is entertainment. We know what we're there for. We want to see the good guys win. So we basically have this storyline where this character played by Mel Gibson, Stonebanks, is a mercenary where he sells weapons to shady leaders of countries and people like that. And supposedly he had already died years ago, and so the whole story leads into him capturing or kind of injuring one of the Expendables, and so Barney Ross has to go recruit another whole group of Expendables, and he uses Kelsey Grammer Bonaparte to help him recruit a whole other group, and that's Ronda Rousey, Kellen Lutz, are a couple of those members. And one thing leads to another, and it's a trap. So these guys get captured, and then what happens? You knew this was going to happen. The old guys have to come back, and they get the help of a new character played by Harrison Ford called Drummer, and he basically, is the liaison character. And then you get Church again by Schwarzenegger, and he plays his role, and so you get the whole crew back. Jet Li's back for this one, and it's basically a giant shoot 'em up in some far off country that we don't care that all these mercenaries are dying and all these guns for hire in some foreign country. And so why do you make a big deal about the fact that guys can't shoot and we kill everybody? And I just am there for the action, and in this movie there's some really good comedy that I enjoyed, and Galgo, a character that meets up with Barney's character Sylvester Stallone, ends up being recruited, and he is basically the comedy relief in the movie. It's basically kind of, in a lot of ways, a Puss in Boots kind of character, where Antonio Banderas is playing Puss in Boots, basically, instead of a animated cat. He is actually a real man who's, once again, another gun for hire who helps Barney and his group of guys defeat Mel Gibson and his mercenaries, or Stonebanks. And so, if you're going into this movie expecting some kind of plot or some in-depth story, you're not going to get that. So don't expect that. I got what I wanted. I wanted action. I wanted some comedy. I wanted a camaraderie amongst a bunch of classic action stars from the 80s and 90s. And I got exactly what I wanted. I really liked Expendables 3. I did not like Expendables 1 and 2, and I give this one a C. I really enjoyed this movie for what it is, and not something that you try to think that something's going to be. And that's why this movie is a good movie, in my opinion. This is Skip, and this has been my review of Expendables from the fourth row.